Welcome to Hitman Boxing. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. So first, I want to apologize if you had to sit through that Canelo Chavez Jr. fight, because it was a terrible fight. Chavez Jr. took the easy way out and decided not to throw any punches and just avoid getting hurt the best way he could by backing up and circling the ring like a little bitch. Now that he's out of the way, something very interesting happened at the end of the fight during the post-fight interviews. Of course, Chavez was throwing out excuses as to why he lost and blamed his trainer and blamed the fact that he was weight drained, but didn't take accountability for his actions, as he normally does. We probably will never, ever see Chavez Jr. in the ring again, and I'm okay with that. Now, next thing you know, Max Kellerman obviously asked Canelo the million-dollar question: what's really good with Ggg Gennady Golovkin? What's really going on? And then Canelo, he goes into the whole spiel. He's not afraid to fight anybody. And he said, Golovkin, where you at? Where you at? I'm ready to fight you. Where you at? And then all of a sudden, this whole fucking WWE entrance music starts playing and the lights dim. And Canelo and Triple G come out like the Undertaker or some shit. And, Triple G comes down to the ring. And this is when we find out that a deal has finally been reached between Canelo and Golovkin to fight on September 16th, the Mexican Independence Day weekend. So it's looking like we finally got this fight. Canelo can no longer run. He can no longer hide. This fight is going down, is off and popping. If it doesn't happen, the HBO is about to take a big L because they need this fight. They need this fight to happen this year, not 2018. I don't want to see any injuries. I don't want to hear shit about that. When September rolls around, I want to be sitting right here watching that fight on pay-per-view. I might go ahead and cop the fight because I've been waiting for this shit. Both of these dudes realistically have been on some bullshit. All right? Canelo, he's been cherry-picking. His last fight, who the hell was his last fight? Liam Smith? So Chavez Jr., Liam Smith, Amir Khan. Like, what the fuck? He weight training motherfuckers. He going up and down in weight. He pulling welterweights up. Full of shit, man. Then Triple G, you got him fighting all bums until he fights Danny Jacobs. And everyone's like, oh, he got exposed. But hey, he beat Danny Jacobs. That's a good name to put on his resume, right? Both of these guys have been in negotiations for years, man. I don't know if it's been over a year, but at least the better part of a year and a half, they've been trying to create this fight. There's been issues with the money. What other issues were there? Yeah, I guess money was the biggest. Oh, it was the money, and then it was the weight. At one point, Canelo vacated the WBC title because he didn't want to fight Triple G. If you ask him, he says that no one forces him to fight someone he doesn't want to or no one that he's not ready to fight. So he was stripped of the belt. He dropped down from 155 to 154 to fight Liam Smith, right? And Gennady Golovkin, he's been fighting fucking bums. He pulled up a welterweight in Kell Brook, broke his eye. And then he goes on to fight Danny Jacobs, which was a good fight. I mean, looking at both of their last fights, Canelo looked great, obviously. Chavez Jr. is a piece of shit. And then Golovkin didn't look so great against Danny Jacobs. Danny Jacobs, in my opinion, got the better of Triple G. But it's about time we get this fight. No more guessing. No more what ifs. No more wondering who's the better fighter between the two. We're finally going to get to know on September 16th. And they had the marquee rolling during the fight, so this fight better go down. I know that. I know that much. Because if September 16th rolls around and I don't get to see Canelo versus Golovkin, fuck HBO. How about that? Fuck HBO for getting our hopes up. They said it's signed, sealed, and delivered. So I want to see the fight. And you know what? I don't believe it until I start seeing some ticket sales, something, man. You gonna have to prove to me that this fight's going down. Now, if this fight does go down, to be honest with you, I would probably favor Canelo. Canelo looked great tonight at 164.5. He's going to have to drop the 4 pounds or whatever, but, I mean, he looked fast. He looked very sharp. Punches Looked very powerful. He was moving around the ring more than normal. You know, typically he's flat-footed, but I mean, he was moving around more than normal. You know, he didn't look winded. You know, he looked really good tonight. But then again, he was facing a bum-ass motherfucking Chavez Jr. Chavez Jr. made him look great. Now, Triple G, I mean, I've seen Danny Jacobs tee off on this dude, man. So it gets me thinking, who has a really good uppercut? And who doesn't move their head? Who doesn't move their head? Triple G. Who has a really good uppercut? Canelo Alvarez. What happens when Canelo hits Triple G? Is he going to back off? What happens when Triple G hits Canelo? We don't know. We don't know how either of these dudes are going to react. That's why I want to see this fight. I mean, honestly, Canelo's the more polished fighter. He is. But power, though, that Triple G's power is something else, man. Can he knock Canelo down? Can he stop Canelo? Can Canelo put Golovkin on his ass? Can he stop Golovkin? We don't know. Hopefully we get to find out. I'm praying we get this fight, man. We need this fight in boxing. This has been a great year for boxing, and to end it off on that note, at least partially, September 16th, that's a good look for boxing. Now, I wonder if Mayweather's going to try and pull some bullshit and try to scurry and scramble to try to make that fight with McGregor on or near that date. I could foresee that happening, and that would fuck up his date. You know, Canelo and Triple G. So, again, we don't know if this fight's really going to happen at this time because of that simple fact, man. But all things aside, man, if I had a choice between who I'd watch, definitely Triple G and Canelo, man. I want to see that fight bad, son. We need to see that shit right now. I thought this motherfucking Triple G was going to come out with a fucking cape on, with a fucking smoke coming out his fucking nose. I thought they was about to get that shit on right now. But we got to have a starting point somewhere, right? And them saying that the fight is finalized for September 16th, that's a great starting point. So get y'all videos together. Start with them predictions. We're going to do a prediction, you know, a couple months from now. We need more proof that this fight's actually going down. But this is the best news we've heard regarding these two sides. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully everything is positive. It goes in the right direction. You know, clearly they were negotiating behind the scenes. You know, I wouldn't be fucking, I wonder if Chavez fucking tanked that fight on purpose. I wonder if he tanked that shit on purpose, man. What they gave him some step aside money just so he wouldn't get in the second gear or third gear. Fucking first gear. Shit, he looked terrible. But I wouldn't be surprised if he took some step aside money just so Canelo could be cool and have all that time to train, get his head together. And they say Triple G's got an injury. I don't know if that's true or not, but come September, none of that shit should matter. And we should get the fight that we all want to see. It's a huge fight. I probably will purchase it. Hitman Boxing, let me know what y'all think of these latest developments. And I'm out. You know what? Fuck it. I lied. I ain't done yet. Triple G, Canelo. September. I'm going to tell y'all who I got winning the fight. I'm going to let y'all know who I think's going to win that fight. Y'all going to be pissed off too. Because I got Canelo Alvarez winning that fight against Triple G. For right now. For right now, I got him beating Triple G. That's all I'm going to say right now. I'm going to elaborate on that shit at some other time. Now, I'm out. Hit my motherfucking theme music.
You niggas steady ignoring greatness. A pallbearer what you need when I come undertake it. This hostile takeover by the chill hover. I got the blueprints, I really do this, so move on over. Stay in your lane, niggas, stay in your lane. You steady running at the guns, but fucking suck at the game. Ain't it a shame? It really is. My words evoke fear. I teach you lessons that'll have you breaking down in tears. Call me Joe Clark with a baseball bat. Chaining up the doors and spelling all these niggas from rap. cuz they kill your brain cells, son. How don't you see it? They steady brainwashing you and then repeating, but 'tis the season for chill wage. I bring about change, but not Obama, cause this nation I will never claim. I got my sights aimed at the top spot on the chop block.